we've come to Ipswich today to see how export trade actually is carried out, and it's just great to see both the trade, the people who are putting it on the boats, and the farmers producing the crops in one place. In many ways learning from each other, but especially for the farmers to see how their grain in this Ipswich area actually gets onto a boat.
Hello, my name is Julian Scott. I'm the General Manager here at Clarkson Port Services. Basically what we're doing here at Clarkson's, we're mainly exporting. So for instance, last year we did over 500,000 tonnes of exports and about 40,000 tonnes of imports. In an average year we'd expect that to be half that number.
For me, when I load the lorry up, I just say goodbye to it and I may see him about 3 hours later. But in that 3 hours, he's had a round trip here, tipped, been tested, given the thumbs up, put on the boat, and I see him to load up the second load. So it's nice to actually see what he does in that 3 hour. Half of it's a journey, but half of it he'll be sitting here waiting to be tested, and I can sort of see where it gets put, because sometimes it gets put into hold here, not always straight onto a boat. And that will have a difference, sort of, and I want to see where it gets stored, because obviously it's my product is still at the point of transport to an end destination.
It was really good to see all the testing facilities at the intake, the sampling procedures, the Hagberg testing, the moisture testing, the bushel weight testing. It's reassuring to know that that is done professionally. We sometimes get the feeling that we're perhaps not treated as fairly as we might be by some intake facilities, but it's really good to see it firsthand here at Ipswich.
Hello, I'm Emily. I am a trainee farm trader for Harlow Agricultural Merchants, and we're here today at Clarkson's Ipswich with the AHDB to host the Meet the Exporter event. Exporting for us in the UK is very, very important. We generally export between 15 and 20% of our annual UK crop, which is on average between 2 and 2.5 million tonnes per year, so quite a large amount. Here at Clarkson's they usually see on average 16% of that grain go through their facilities as well, so quite a big player in the eastern region regarding exports.
A good local docks are important, closer to home, because when we sell our wheat we get a ex-farm price, and so the trip to here comes off our price, or comes off what the merchant can pay us.
Today we've had local growers and other members of the trade come to join us to go through the key exporting processes here at Ipswich. So when farmers' grain leaves their farm, they can see where their grain goes as in terms of testing and intake, the processes that it goes through when it's on the weighbridge, what we're looking for, different testing methods, and then the facilities that we use to actually get that grain onto the boat and then for the boat to sail away to the end consumer.
I'm Helen Plant, a Senior Market Analyst within AHDB's Market Intelligence team. As part of the Meet the Exporter event today, I've been talking to delegates about the current market situation for grains and oilseeds and the outlook for the season ahead.
Yeah, it was quite interesting to find out obviously future forecasting ideas, so it's quite interesting to work out how the global market is affecting future forecasting, as well as ideal prospects for choosing right crops for future years.
So as we know, we are all equally important players in this supply chain. The farmer, the facility operators and the shipper themselves are all part of this supply chain, which makes it work from start to finish. So we hope that growers will walk away today with a better understanding of the exporting process, how we can all work together to minimise the cost of rejected loads, which is a big issue in the trade, so that we can all work together by knowing what they've got, the quality they've got, so we can best match that to the end market so that everyone is happy at the end of the day.